Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Justin, whatever y'all know me as here. Y'all already know what we doing. It's the reason you watching this video right now. Yes, you click or tap on this video right here. So let's talk about it. The fight that we all been waiting for is finally here. Now, not usually for those of y'all who aren't new, you know what I'm saying? By the way, if you're new, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Your boy's trying to get out the hood, as well as share this video with your friends, share this video with your family. But normally I would have uploaded this video yesterday. Depending on when you're watching this, you might be watching this on Saturday, possibly even Sunday for some reason. Usually I would have uploaded this the day before the day I'm uploading this, which is I'm uploading this on a Friday. So the reason I'm doing it, just trying something new. Yesterday I kind of just wasn't able to upload. I didn't really have the capabilities to be able to even record this video, but here we are. Now let's talk about it. Shakur Stevenson, the guy that I've spoken so much crap about, versus Teofimo Lopez, aka the Rage Baiter, or the Race Baiter, more so to say. So yeah, let's talk about it. Who do I think wins and why? This is a fight that me personally, I'm super excited for. I don't think it's gonna be like a super exciting fight, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like Patty versus Gagey or nothing like that. I'll make a video on that. I was gonna upload it this week, but I just, things happened and I just wasn't able to, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't really know how to record that video, but and we're not talking about that. We're talking about boxing, not MMA or the UFC. So yeah, let's talk about this fight. So Teofimo, he said that he's gonna do something that some people would consider illegal, but it ain't. Shakur thought that meant that he was gonna punch him in the back of the head for some reason. A lot of people have been speculating that what Teofimo Lopez is actually gonna do is that he's gonna punch Shakur's hands. And for those of y'all that don't know, you know what I'm saying, those casuals, Shakur has a very weak grip strength because he has a lot of hand problems. I believe it's his right hand that has a problem. It's not both of his hands, it's one of his hands, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. I thought of it as like, oh, he's going to take the Canelo approach, you know what I mean? When he throws up the guard, he's going to start punching at the shoulders, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, the shoulders, the biceps, you know what I mean? That type of thing. That's what I thought he meant by it. But a lot of people are saying he's going to punch at the hands. Honestly, it's a genius idea because then if you punch at the hands, you know what I mean? His hands are going to be weak. You know what I mean? He's not going to be able to punch you very hard or none of that. So then even if, you know what I mean, if he's touching you, you could just walk right through it. Even if Shakur is like putting his all into the punches at that point. You know what I'm saying? If you understand, then you understand, you know, because he's going to be weak in the hands. And then if he, you know what I mean, even if he tries to hit you with all his might, it's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? And I think that's the philosophy that he's coming in to this fight with. I'm talking about Teofimo, obviously. Sometimes I feel like I gotta overcomplicate things or over-explain, more so to say, because I feel, you know what I mean? Sometimes I rewatch this video like right after uploading it, and I'm like, that could, you know what I mean? Some people could think that that doesn't really make sense or whatever, so that's why I'm kind of doing that a lot more from now on. But as far as Shakur, I think a lot of people have been saying like, hey, Shakur's got this easy. And most of the people that are saying that are just saying that because they're black and he's black. And that's basically what happens in boxing for the most part. It's like, oh, this person is the same race as me, so I'm going to say that he's going to give him BTA. I never really understood that philosophy. Like, if you're from the U.S. and then he's from the U.S., I get it. But most of the time, it's not even like he's from the U.S., I'm from the U.S. It's more like a race thing, to be honest. But most of the people been saying like, hey, Shakur's got this, you know what I mean? He hasn't lost, blah, blah, blah. Stylistically, this is probably the second worst matchup for him. Because how do you beat the guy with amazing defense, the guy that's an athlete? Because that dude, Tio, man, he gets in and out like crazy. And I've talked about this after his last fight, you know what I mean? Go watch that video if you haven't. I covered that card, you know, the same one that Ryan fought Rolly on and Devin Haney also fought. I did talk about it. So like I said, go watch it after this video's done if you wanna, or if you haven't, you know what I mean? But a lot of people were saying like, you know, Shakur's got this easy, blah, blah, blah. Just realistically, it would make sense to pick Shakur. Let's be honest. You know, it's hard to see Shakur lose. Honestly, just picturing Shakur losing, like, what would he have left? If he loses, he don't got nothing else left. Because then, you know what I mean? He's been getting clowned for the longest. So now he's obligated to win and beat everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because T.O., he lost, but he had the heart problem and he was already undisputed. You know what I mean? He became undisputed, then he lost. So it didn't really hurt him. Let's be honest, friggin' Shakur hasn't done anything in his career, and he's I believe won in been champ in 3 different weight classes. If he wins this fight, it would be 4. But even then, he's still done nothing. Like, if he beats T.O., this would be his biggest win by far. You know what I mean? Whereas for T.O., it might not be, because he's already, you know what I mean, he's already beaten Vasily Lomachenko when Loma was seen as the guy that you can't touch. You know what I mean? Nomaschenko, that's what they was calling him. He was like seen as the guy that you just couldn't beat. Like, oh, who could beat this guy? And then he went ahead and did it. And I believe he did that with 16 fights into his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, T.O. is a beast, and people don't really talk about that. As well as the fact that people don't talk about how he lost his fight, you know what I mean, against Kambosos the first time around, obviously, because he came back and then he gave BTA to Kambosos. But the first time he lost, and I had heard about it, but I didn't really know until like very recently that he shouldn't have been alive after that fight or even during that fight, because the dude couldn't breathe, basically. He ruptured, I forget what it was that he ruptured, but he had like half of like I think it was a hernia. Is it a hernia? No, because that wouldn't make sense. It's esophagus, yes. Half of his esophagus was gone, boy. So he basically couldn't breathe. I don't know how he's still alive. That dude's a dog, man. Like, realistically, Tio's a dog. Also, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, we're just picking him because he's Mexican. He's not actually Mexican. He's Hondureño. It's not the same thing. Shout out to all the catrachos out there, by the way. Shout out a todos los catrachos. Todos los catrachos, shout out, you know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm going to pick T.O. is because I think he's got the perfect game plan. I think he's a stylistic, not nightmare, but as far as like who could beat him in the weight class is the guy that, you know, just it has great precision. Because that's the one thing that I feel like people don't talk about enough, is that Shakur's precision isn't actually that good. Like, he's really good with distance management, but as far as actually hitting back, sometimes he actually misses. He actually misses a lot more than you think. You know what I mean? When you watch the fights and he's on the back foot, he's on the ropes, you know what I mean? Being all defensive and then throwing a couple of shots back at your way, you know what I mean? Floyd style a little bit. He doesn't actually land as much as you think he would, to be honest. Like, I watched it back and his accuracy ain't that good. And I think that the way that you beat him, if it's not like the William Cepeda way of just like throwing 100 punches around, is by, you know what I mean? And obviously he has to be more active. I'm talking about T.O., because I do think that's a big problem, is that if he doesn't throw combinations, because usually with T.O. he only throws like 2 to 3 shots. You know what I mean? It doesn't really throw like the 4-shot combinations, 5 shots, you know what I'm saying? He usually throws like a jab and then some, you know, 2 other things, and that's about it. He never really goes for it, you know what I mean? He doesn't really throw kind of like a David Benavidez, for example. You know what I mean? That's a guy who throws a lot of volume. He doesn't do that at all, you know what I mean? And to be honest, I did think that Shakur, his last fight, he did amazing. Honestly, he did a lot better than I thought he would, but also William Cepeda, he had some things where he needs to do a little bit better on, and I do think he will be back better than ever, by the way. Shout out El Camarón. But as far as this fight goes, it's a tricky one, because I just see T.O. winning. I feel like at the press conference, I didn't really watch much of it. I actually saw more of it today from like little clips than I did yesterday when I tried to watch the press conference. Because I ain't gonna lie, the press conference was damn near unwatchable. No cap. I did not like watching the press conference. It was just people talking and shouting over each other all the time. I ain't gonna lie. But a lot of heat now off of that press conference. It was pretty darn good. You know what I mean? Watching the clips at least. Because like I said, in my opinion, it was unwatchable. You gotta have a moderator that's just gonna be like, hey, shut up. Like, nobody's talking to you. Like, shut up, bro. Let him talk. Like, you're not a part of this. I mean, and you know what I'm talking about if you watch the press conference. But yeah, I think that if I was a betting man, I would say that Shakur wins it. But my official prediction is gonna be Teofimo Lopez because I don't know. I just got this weird feeling that a lot of things are aligned for him to win, and also he's just a dog, something that Shakur hasn't really shown us, to be honest. And I'm not saying he don't got it. I'm just saying he hasn't shown it to us. Like if he was in T.O.'s situation, he wouldn't have fought. You know what I mean? With the friggin' with the problem. You know what I mean? His air lung capacity problem. He wouldn't have done that. Let's be honest. Let alone go 12 rounds. But anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Who wins and why? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye. See y'all later. Peace.